You had a little back and forth with another guy at the press conference, Ben Askren, yesterday. What did you make of all that? Is that a fight that's kind of could be set up for the future now?
I mean, there's going to be a lot of fights set up for the future. I think welterweight is really starting to take off, and it's even starting to like over eclipse the lightweight division. So there's going to be a lot of fights. Askren definitely going to be one of them, and if he is to keep winning, then we'll see how the whole thing going to play out. I kind of like a fight like that with some good build-up, a little good history. It's some with me and Askren, it's some with me and Pettis, it's some with me and Jorge. It's going to be a lot of them, so I like that.
Was his recounting of your guys' interactions and training in the past accurate, what he said there?
Yeah, I mean, we both told two halves of the same story. Right. As we was moving around, he just coming at me real square, real slow, and I'm like, okay, I'm stepping into his gym for the first time. I'm 20 years old. I'm not even in the UFC yet. Duke is kind of giving me the chance. So I'm like, I don't want to go out there and just knock this dude out, even though it probably could have happened. The good thing is this ain't a wrestling match. If we ever was to fight, then he'll see. He's still hanging his hat on one takedown that he got over me. So what that tell you?
Being heading towards 170 instead of 155, you're able to eat a bit more, just lift some more weights.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm able to train way harder, and that's going to be the main focus for this one. Is me. I think a lot of people are excited about it to see me show up healthy, show up 100%, and I'm gonna be able to go harder and harder and harder in training. Now I've already even seen that. Even just the first couple of weeks of me training have been at a different level because I can eat. So. It's gonna be a damn good fight. I'm expecting, I'm trying to, yeah, we'll see. Even squaring off with RDA and seeing them face to face, we're the same size man. So I like that about it. And at the end of the day, I just like a good fight. So he gonna give it to me.
Because you guys are two of the loudest voices for this 165-pound push.
Mm-hmm.
Have you thought about just kind of talking to him, be like, hey, maybe we come in at 165 and make a statement?
I did, actually. I ain't gonna lie to you. Maybe it might be a little backroom deal that we got on there. RDA is kind of, he don't really give you too much to go off of, and he don't really give you too much back and forth. So, I'll ask him, see what he think about it. If he's down with it, I'll be down, and I cut an extra little 5 pounds for that. Make a statement, make some noise. It's in our contract. We ain't got to, but I like to push some buttons.
Do you think doing something like that could start some momentum maybe with the fighters who, want the same thing as you?
Maybe, but, I've been kind of talking about the 165 division for a long time. A lot of people have. I've kind of died down on it a little bit. Let some other guys kind of, make their voices known, make their thing heard. But at the end of the day, I'm showing up for a fight. That's what it's going to be. Whether we do it at 170, 165, 155, 175, whatever it is, it's going to be a hell of a fight. And RDA's got my full attention, my full respect for that. And, we going to go out there and I'm just excited to do it. That's it. I don't give a fuck what weight it is.
It sounds like Dana's very opposed to the 165, though. He asked that question at the end. He said he signed his new 7-year deal with the UFC, and he's not bringing it around while he's here. So is it kind of a lost cause at this point?
I don't think so. I mean, I think it's inevitable. I think we all kind of see that. I think it creates more work for them, and they don't really see that much more benefit out of it. But at the end of the day, when you talk about fighter safety and you talk about, not having to dehydrate your brain and getting to fight a similar opponent, that's all we're looking for is an even playing field. That's why I'm actually glad that RDA has gone up and you see Pettis go up, and you see Jorge, you see a lot of other guys go up, just so we can fight on an even playing field. If I don't have to dehydrate myself and dehydrate my brain 16 more pounds, please don't make me. So I think for fighter safety, it has to be done. It's just making more work for them. But, I can't tell somebody else how to do their job, so I'm going to do mine.
That Rafael took this fight. I mean, he's had some tough losses against wrestlers, and, he always takes the toughest fights, but maybe he would have looked for, a change of style to help get him back on track here, maybe?
No, I'm not surprised at all. And it was a big reason for me taking this fight and moving up to 170, is I just knew that Dos Anjos he's already fought the who's who of 155 and 170, so he never backed down from a fight. I know he's gonna show up. So that I tried to give some opportunities to guys at 155. I tried to give them a spot, trying to fight me that I'm higher in ranking, and a lot of people is pulling out and didn't want to take it. And Islam is fighting next week. I asked specifically to fight the man in Russia, and I don't hear nothing back. But what can I do?
Obviously anything can happen in a fight, but is the blueprint kind of out on RDA at this point and how you get this win here?
Yeah, nobody has ever really stopped him, and nobody's ever seriously hurt him. So that's something that I'm going to push for. At the end of the day, I'm going to get back to me, get back to my natural fighting style. I'm going to push forward. I'm not going to take a step back, put my chin down. I'm going to throw some hands, and we'll see what he do and how he want to counteract that.
Yesterday you had champion written across your chest. I'm curious if satisfied is another subliminal message.
It is. It might be. On the shoes was gratitude and perseverance yesterday too. So a couple little motivation for myself. Champion is how I just feel. And even without a belt wrapped around me. And I think it's important that other people kind of feel it too. A lot of people, even what I was wearing yesterday, a lot of people were kind of giving me some back and forth on it, on having the bandanas tied, the red and the blue. But I really just wanted to kind of symbolize us coming together almost. And I'm a young guy. But I can still look in the world and I can still see is so many people that are lost, so many people that just go to like this senseless violence and it doesn't need to be that way, you know what I mean? I'm a professional. I sacrificed my motherfucking life to do this, to get in there and try and disfigure RDA on May 18th. This is what I do. So leave the violence for that, I think. And the rest of it is just senseless and feel like a champion. You know what I mean? Like if a lot of people hate it, a lot of people want to censor it. I'm not gonna let that happen. As long as I can speak and as long as I got a voice, you're gonna hear what I gotta say. And it's up to you whether you feel it or not. But if one person feel it, cool. I'll take it.
The red and the blue, was that inspired by Nipsey?
Yeah, definitely. Yesterday was his memorial. And I was actually, I wish that I could have went to it. But he brought a lot of things to a lot of people that he never even knew or never even met or didn't even know he was going to touch, just by being himself and being real. So if I can try and personify that, if I can try and kind of help that message spread a little bit, even though we in a totally different genre and a totally different system to where I might not have the biggest voice in that, I'm gonna still try and at least and speak my truth in the same way that he do. So.
To pivot to something a little more frivolous than this very serious conversation.
Right.
Are you a Game of Thrones fan?
I am not at all. No.
Do you know anything about the show?
Bits and pieces. I ain't gonna lie to you, but. The smallest guy. Whoever's the smallest guy. I don't know. I don't know much about it. Is there a small guy? There's a dwarf? The dwarf. I'm pulling for the dwarf. Everybody love an underdog story. So I'm going with him. Yeah, the underdwarf. Let's do it, baby. Yeah.
Real quick, actually, I could be wrong about this, but it seemed one thing I've been asking that I think you do like is like you actually like his style of trash talk.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't seem to go too far. It's fun, like which I think you like.
Me.
Yeah, it seemed, he just speaking his mind. So I can appreciate that in a person. I appreciate it, if somebody asks you a question, you got something to say, then go ahead and say it. I don't really, I can respect that out of a person. And it don't really seem like he going over the top with it either. He just speaking louder than the person next to him. And that's just his, if that's his truth and that's what he see, then how can I hate? It makes it more fun for me, really. I don't see why people even turn down and back down from them type challenges. I kind of like a little bit of back and forth, and I want to see what you got to say too. If Dos Anjos could do it, the man speak fluent English. He want to act like but he could. But some people, if that ain't you, that ain't you. But you could tell that's Ben Askren when he do that. He is a troll. Like in real life, that's really what he do. So I don't expect nothing different from him.
So does that make it more fun for you, a potential fight with him down the road?
Yeah, we'll see how that play out. Like I said, the main thing right now is Dos Anjos. You know, I'm not taking that man lightly at all. I don't care, you know, what his last fight looked like. He's already won a championship. He's a true champ, and so I know he's going to show up and he's going to be ready to fight. You know, he's got a family. He's got other things that he's driving for, so I'm preparing for that. And then after that, then we'll talk. If it's Askren, that's fun. But really, I'm out here chasing titles, and me and Usman have kind of always eyed each other from the other side of the room. You know, there's certain guys that when you meet them, you just kind of know. Y'all lock eyes, and it's like you see me, I see you. We might have to do something about that.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you.